So, in front of me I've got iPhone 17. In this video I'll show you how to add and edit widgets. Let's start with the home screen. To add widgets on the home screen, tap and hold on free space. Select Edit and select Add Widget. Now you can search widget manually or take a look at them from this list. Now select Type of Widget, and to edit it, tap Edit. Select Customize, and now you can change symbols, show stories. Basically, you can edit each widget in different way because each widget has different settings. But you can also edit all widgets like this. Now let's take a look at the lock screen. Select Customize and tap Add Widget. Right here we've got the full list of all available lock screen widgets. If you find this video helpful, please leave like, comment and subscribe.
Hello, in this video I'm gonna explain what is low power mode and how to turn it on iPhone 17. Low power mode is saving your battery by limiting some features. For example, it'll limit the speed of your processor on the phone, which shouldn't affect typical use but may affect your gaming, for example. It'll also limit updating the mail, so you may not receive mail messages on time. It won't fetch automatically. Instead, it'll fetch, for example, every 30 minutes. Also, it'll lower the screen brightness. It will limit some other like networking features, and will also change the screen time and stuff like that. And if you'd like to enable it to save your battery, then you can simply go to Settings, go to Battery, and then scroll down until you see Power Mode. Go to that, and now enable Low Power Mode. It may also limit 5G and some other stuff, depending on like whether it's close to 5G or not. It may just switch to auto 5G instead of 5G always on mode, because 5G always on always searches for 5G networks around you, and if you have a low power mode, then it'll switch to auto 5G. So if it connects to 5G, then it's on 5G, but if it's on LTE, then it's not constantly searching if there is a better network around you. It just stays on the LTE. I'm gonna disable the low power mode because I don't actually need it right now. You can see how I have quite a lot battery, but this is how you can use your low power mode, and I hope that the video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello, in front of me I have iPhone 17, and in this video I'm going to show you the home screen tricks on this device. Alright, so let's begin. To launch the home screen edit menu, we need to simply hold on an empty space on our home screen, just like that. Now we need to click on the edit, and let's begin with adding a widget. It is really cool function. Down below, right in here, we have the list of apps of which we can create a widget. Of course, widgets can have different sizes. let's say that we want to add a new widget, for example, from the clock. So simply click on that. In here, as you scroll, we have different types and also different sizes. Let's say we want to add this one, for example. Now click on Add Widget, and now it has been added into our home screen. Of course, we can change its position. We need to simply hold on it. We can go with it into the main page, and now we can release it, just like that. Also, on its edge, we have this small bar that we can grab, and thanks to that, we can adjust its size. Now release to save. Now to save this widget, click on Done. But I'll show you another cool thing that we can do with the widgets. Now let's click on Done. Of course, we can add other widgets than only the clock. You have that list that I was showing you before, and you can pick the widget from this list that you want. The cool thing that I wanted to show you is possibility to create a stack of the widgets. But to create a stack, all of the widgets in that stack needs to have the same size. So, for example, the calendar, weather, and drive has the same size, and I can create a stack, for example, with those two widgets. But to do it, we need to hold on it. Now click on Edit Stack, for example, and now let's click on the plus button. Okay, and let's add a new one, for example, from the battery. Click on Add Widget, and as you can see, it appeared right in here. We have 4 widgets in this stack. Down below, we can enable the Smart Rotate or the widget suggestions. Smart Rotate works in that way that when we click on Done and we have our stack, we can scroll down or up to change between those widgets. And as you can see, the battery widget that I have just added appeared in this stack. Pretty cool thing. Alright, but for now I'll remove this widget. I don't want it. And now let's click on the Edit, and now let's click on the Customize. In here we can change the theme of our icons. Currently we have set the default, but we can select the dark mode, clear mode. In here down below we can select light, dark, or the auto. And we also have the tinted mode. In here we can manually select a color that we want. But down below we have those 4 options. Let me describe the first one. We can see it as a small phone icon. And when we click on that, we can see that the color has been set, I don't know, into gray, green. I don't know how to call this color. But this mode works in that way that it has set the color of the icons as the color of the backside of the iPhone. iPhone knows that its color is, I don't know what's this color, green. I'm not the best in the colors, but if you have clicked on that, as you can see, iPhone knows what color it has, and he has set the same color palette for the icons. Really cool thing. So now you know about it, about this feature. Next feature also is about the color of our iPhone, but this time it's about the case. But this feature works only with the dedicated case. So in my case, all of the icons are now clear because I have clear case. Pretty cool thing. If you click on the third icon, you can simply manually select the color that you want. And when you click on the last icon, you can select the color of your icons based on your wallpaper. Now, all you need to do is to simply grab this circle and then place it on any place that you want on your home screen. So let's say I will select that part of the screen where the color is purple, pink. Now I'll release, and as you can see, the colors has changed into the color that I have set based on my home screen. Pretty cool thing. In here also we can select the apps icon size. When you click right in here, you can make them bigger or select the standard size. It's up to you. Okay. Also, let me show you cool thing that we can do with our lock screen. For that, I will also quickly create a photo because it will be necessary for the thing that I want to show you. Maybe let's do it that way, that I'll create some space. I will take that, I will take a photo of it. Okay, I think that will work. Now, let's turn on the device. Let's click on our home screen. Once our iPhone is locked, type your code if you have one. And now we can change our lock screen. Let's click on the plus icon to create a new one, and let's create a photo. Let's select a photo, and let's click on our... actually, I think that I didn't have to create a photo. Let's select this one, for example. Okay, and now you can see that in here we have this icon. When you click on that, it's the spatial scene mode. Now when you will click on add, let's set it as a wallpaper pair, and now you can see that our lock screen has a little 3D effect. You might not see it in the video just like me right now in real life, but I hope that you can see it, that we have this a little 3D effect, that when I'm moving left or right, we have this 3D effect. Maybe I will try it with that photo that I have just taken, just to show you. So I'll select it. Maybe it will look better. Okay, the spatial scene. Let's click on add as a wallpaper pair. Okay, and now when I'm moving, you can also see that, I hope so, that this wallpaper is moving. I think that you can see it without any problems. We have simply this cool 3D effect as I'm moving my phone. A really cool thing. Okay, next thing is possibility to create a photo shuffle of your lock screen. But before that, also one thing that I have almost forgot about. But I don't know will it work. Well, I think when it comes to that, it won't. But maybe I will select this one, and when I'll adjust the clock size, it needs to have the basic font. Oh, when it comes to this photo, it doesn't work, unfortunately. But it works in that way. What I mean is that when you have some kind of a person in the on your photo, and when you adjust the clock size with the spatial scene mode, the clock will be able to simply hide between that person that is in the middle of the photo. That looks really, really cool. On our channel, there is a video when I'm showing this on iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, I think. And in that video, I have the lock screen with the man standing. And in that video, it's shown how it works. So I highly recommend checking that video, because in my case, currently, it doesn't want to work. But you can always, of course, try it on your own. Now let's begin with the photo shuffle that I was talking about. Let's click on the plus button. Let's click on the photo shuffle. Let's choose manually. Let's choose now a few photos. Let's select, for example, this one, and I don't want these. No, not that. Maybe something else. All right, let it be this. Let's save it. Let's add now the spatial scene for the first one. Let's click on the on those three dots, and now let's select the shuffle frequency for now on tap in my case. Let's tap to change the lock screen. Again, let's add the spatial scene, and in here also. And now, what's the thing that I want to show you? When we adjust the clock size in each lock screen, you will be able to notice in here, maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. I just want to make sure that we have different sizes for each photo. Okay, now let's click on add. Let's save it as wallpaper pair. And now, as you take a look, when I'm tapping to change the lock screen, also my clock gets adjusted, just like I have set it for each lock screen. That's a really cool feature and works just fine as you take a look. So the clock is automatically adjusting its size to the lock screen that I have set. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hey, welcome back to our channel HardReset Pro, and today I want to do a full breakdown of iPhone 17's built-in dictation compared to Super Whisper. So actually both tools are designed to turn your voice into a text, but they work really differently. So let's figure out which one is actually better for you. Let's start with accuracy. iPhone dictation does a decent job if you are in a quiet environment and if you speak clearly, but it often struggles with punctuation, also long sentences and some technical terms. And on the other hand, Super Whisper is built with transcription in mind, and it's noticeably more accurate. Also, it adds punctuation automatically, it handles longer stretches of speech without losing, that track, and is just better at keeping your text readable from the very start. Now let's talk about speed. Apple's dictation is usually really quick because it's integrated right into the iOS. You will see words appear almost instantly, which is really great for short messages. And in contrast, Super Whisper can sometimes be a little slower, especially if you're using the more advanced models that focus on accuracy. But actually, here's the the trade-off, that you spend less time correcting mistakes afterwards in Super Whisper. So even if it takes a few extra seconds, you might save time overall in the very end. Also, in terms of features, iPhone dictation is very basic. You just speak and it just writes, as you can see now on my screen, and that's it. With Super Whisper, you get way more control. You can customize prompts, you can choose voice models that prioritize speed or accuracy, or even have it format your notes in bullet points or some key takeaways or summaries. It's basically dictation application, but upgraded with a productivity layer. Also, privacy and offline use are another important difference, because iPhone dictation sometimes needs internet connection for more advanced processing, though Apple handles most of it on device. Super Whisper on Mac device especially allows you to choose local models, so actually nothing leaves your device. And on iPhone, it's mostly cloud-based for now, but still designed with strong privacy in mind. And of course, let's not forget about the cost. Apple iPhone dictation is free and it's built in, so there are no extra downloads, no subscriptions, whatever. And Super Whisper has free tier, but more advanced tools and models are part of a paid plan, of course. So if you're looking for something quick and free, then Apple dictation wins on price. So which one is better for you? Here's my take, that if you only need to dictate short text or quick reminders, then iPhone dictation is totally fine for you. But if you're wondering about writing longer emails, longer texts, taking meeting notes, creating some content where accuracy and formatting matter, then of course Super Whisper is your stronger choice. It's basically the difference between good enough and actually makes your life easier. So that was this basically comparison of iPhone 17 Dictation and Super Whisper. So if you have used both, let me know in the comments which one works better for you. And of course, thank you for watching, and if you find this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.
Hi, welcome to HardReset.Info. In front of me iPhone 17, and now in this video I'm gonna show you how to fix the problem when Apple Intelligence doesn't work. And it doesn't matter, it's not working because of European Union or just because it doesn't work for some different reasons. I'm gonna show you how to fix that. Okay, the main problem is in region. During setup, if you use European region during setup, it will just prohibit you install Apple Intelligence services on your device. So the main thing you can try to do that. You can open General. You can find here language and region. Change here your region to United States, reboot your device, try to download Apple Intelligence services by just opening this Apple Intelligence menu. Wait a while. This Apple Intelligence menu here, enable services and just wait a while, and maybe it will work. Just wait for about 10-20 minutes. But if it's not, so we should factory reset our device. How to do that? Open General, scroll down, click Transfer, Reset iPhone, click Erase all content and settings, click Continue and erase iPhone. If you have important data, just wait until all data will be uploaded to iCloud. So it's a backup creating, so create a backup. Then confirm your Apple ID password. Okay, then click Turn Off, wait a while. Okay, here we go. So now let's select language, and the most important part in all this process is just to scroll very down and find here United States of America. Yeah, it's here. And now let's continue. Set it up. I will skip this process, guys. Okay, after setting up the password, you can transfer data from all devices if you want, but here you should log in into your Apple ID. I'll log into mine. Okay, and now let's continue. Make this your new iPhone. Okay, continue. Apple Pay, I'll set up later. You can set it up right now, but now important part number 2 and the last one. So set up Apple Intelligence. Click Set It Up. Choose notification to summarize if you want. Summarize. You can turn on priority notification, turn off. But now enable light press to adjust zoom, exposure and more, and then enable Visual Intelligence. Click Continue. Action button. Okay. Wait a while. Cool. Siri, I'll set up Siri a bit later, okay? Emergency SOS. And cool, get started. Now we should do several important things. Things number 1, open settings. Then scroll down, find Apple Intelligence and Siri, and make sure Apple Intelligence is enabled. Okay? Then press and hold camera button. Go back, press and hold it again. Okay, cool. Now let's open Notes. Click Continue. Open Notes. Yeah, continue. Here we should add a new note and click on this writing tools button. As you can see, it's not working now just because support is in downloading process. But now we should initiate downloading process for all AI components. Okay, for ChatGPT we have initiated. Okay, now open photos, or you can take a photo. Okay, now click edit button, click clean up, and as you can see we have initiated preparing for cleanup AI tool. Now important thing number 3 is to open Apple App Store. You can turn on, turn off personalized ads if you want. And now go back to the home screen and it will download it should download application for image generation. And now we just should wait for, as you can see here we have some new features, but we should wait a bit more. We should wait a bit more. Just wait for it. I will pause this video and I'll back after 15, maybe 10 minutes. And okay, after I don't know, several minutes, as you can see, I got a message that ready for Apple Intelligence right now. So you can click on it, click open, and as you can see, we have here a new extension, ChatGPT. So cool. Here we have Siri. I suggest you to enable Siri, but you can do it later. It's not AI feature. Here, click use ChatGPT. Click next. Enable ChatGPT. Click download ChatGPT, and click sign in. You can sign in to ChatGPT using your private account, Google account, or Apple ID. Wait a while. And cool, now let's check. Here we have our playground application to generate images, and it works even in Europe, in Poland. And great thinking, choose a person. As you can see, it works. Then let's open Notes again. And in Notes now we can click on this button, describe your change. For example, write essay about I don't know, reverse. Click OK. Click use ChatGPT. Wait a while, and yeah, it works, as you can see. Now we can select the text, so we should accept it. Now we can select the text we want to work with, and for example click rewrite. Yeah, we can use some part of the text. Click edit button to, for example, change the tone to concise, friendly, or professional. And as you can see, it works. It works really great. Then let's open Photos. Okay, hello. Let's check Magic Eraser. Click Clean Up. As you can see, it's still in preparing. Okay. And let's check Visual Intelligence. Press and hold camera button. Here we have Visual Intelligence. Click continue and let's check it out. For example, here I have from DJI sticker. Take a photo, and as you can see, it automatically asks me about translated. You can click translate, enable Apple Translate, and as you can see here I have translate to English. Okay, I can ask. Can turn on Siri, share audio recordings.
Okay, wait a while. For example, for example, Elgato, right? Here I have Elgato Stream Deck. You can click Ask, Continue, and ask ChatGPT about it. For example, what is it? Right? And as you can see, this is Elgato Stream Deck, programmable control device. Yeah, it's true. We can even use Google, as you can see, search Google for similar images. So just normal Google lenses built into iPhone. And as you can see, it's Google lenses. We can just use it like normal Google lenses. Okay, now we have pre-installed Google services in iPhone. Great, yeah. Okay. And we can even do it in this way. For example, let's show you. I have, for example, here DJI camera. I can select this part. I can click on it. Yeah. And results from Google Lens about this camera, right? So okay guys, as you can see it works. Maybe cleanup is downloaded. No, it's not downloaded, but it will be downloaded soon, as soon as possible. So that's it. I hope this video helps. If it's true, please consider to leave a like and a comment below. See you. Bye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got iPhone 17 and let me share with you how to use secret codes on this device. So let's begin with the first code, but first of all we have to open the dialer so we can enter the codes. The first one is *#06#, and thanks to this code we are provided with both the main numbers of this device. They are assigned into two different SIM card slots. Another code is *#07#, and after entering this code we have to tap on this dial key. So let's tap on it and we will be transferred to legal and regulatory information. So here you've got the regulatory, and here you can check, for example, the warranty. You've got also the license, etc. So you can check some important information here. And another code is *3001#, 12345#. And after entering this code, again tap on this dial key and we will be transferred to the dashboard where you can check the carrier, for example, your phone number, band and bandwidth. Moreover, here you've got two really important indicators. The first one, which is RSRP, it stands for the signal strength, and anything greater than -90 here is perfect, and anything lower -120 is bad. And the second one, which is also quite important, is RSRQ, which stands for the signal quality, and anything greater than -12 is good, and lower than -12 is not the best. So right now we are okay. And those were connected with the device itself, let's say, and now I can show you those which are carrier specific, and you have to be aware that some might not work because it depends on the specific carrier. So the first one which I wanted to show you is *#21#, and after that we have to tap on the dial key. After that your device will basically ask the carrier, as you can see, we'll ask the carrier whether there is the call forwarding option enabled, and you can check the information on the screen. As you can see, in my case, everything is disabled. Let's go back or dismiss. Another code which I would like to show you is to actually turn off all of the call forwarding at once. So if you will decide that you don't want to have this option turned on, and then you have to simply enter *#002# and then dial key, and your device will basically turn off all of the call forwarding at once. another code. Another code is *72, and after entering this code, you have to follow it with the number, with a specific number to which you'd like to forward the calls. So, for example, let's pretend I want to forward all my calls to 658325. So let's pretend it is a number. So basically, your device will forward all the calls which are intended to you into this specific number. Another code which is actually similar to the previous one is *62#, and it also should be followed by the phone number you want to forward the calls, for example this one. However, your device will forward, or actually carrier will forward the calls only if your phone is unreachable. So if you're out of signal and someone cannot really connect with you, then your device or your carrier will forward the calls. And the last code, if you wish to turn off this whole forwarding section or option, you have to simply enter $62# and just tap on this dial key. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me I have the brand new iPhone 17, and today I'll be showing you how you can import music to your device so you can have a physically stored library on your phone that isn't dependent on network connections and subscriptions. Now I'll be using Windows for this, but you can also do this on a Mac. It doesn't really matter too much, I should say. Now on Windows we will need to download 2 different programs, and on Mac just open up your Finder and that's about it. Now in Finder you'll find, ironically, your iPhone. You want to click on it and that's about it. So just to showcase this in a Finder, it will basically be very similar to what we have right here. So you will have your iPhone. It's going to show you the name of your iPhone, and when you click on it you will have all of this info right here. That's really what you're looking for. Now, as you just seen, I am using Apple devices and I am on Windows. So on Windows we need to navigate to our most favorite store, which is the Microsoft Store. Everyone loves this one. I personally do. Oh, love so much downloading applications instead of from a web browser like a normal human. I need to now be forced into this garbage. Awesome. And in here you can search for either iTunes. This will give you both of the programs as a result that we need. Now also you probably might have experience using iTunes before, and that no longer works. Apple, I guess, updated the iTunes by just completely making it redundant, and then they changed nothing, added a new coat of paint onto it by making it gray, as you can see, like gray coat of paint, and then separated into 2 different applications that still function the same as iTunes used to function. They're just separate now. Awesome improvement. It justifies the lower review scores than even iTunes had, and those were already piss poor reviews. So congrats, Apple. You've literally now just broken your own shittiest score. Awesome. So you're the reigning king of shit. Now, once you get Apple devices and you also get Apple, we can now deal with our music. So the way this works is Apple devices allows your computer to interface with the phone itself and then transfer over the data that is in Apple Music. So basically you have music in Apple, it takes that music from here through Apple devices to your device. Great design. Instead of being able to just plug it in to your computer like it is right now and opening up something like your browser and having it right here like every normal device does, you get empty space. Thanks, Apple, that's very helpful. So once you download both of these pieces of shit, you can actually use them now to get what you want to. So let's open up first our Apple Music. So I'm gonna go relatively quickly over how to manage your music and obviously what to do if you haven't done this, as nowadays a lot of people don't keep actual physical media anywhere. You might not be aware on how to really manage this. So there's several different things. If we go into our browser, now I will be pointing this out for Windows specifically. On Mac, I believe you also have music folder and stuff like that, which would make it easy, but it's completely up to you where you want to store music and where you want iTunes to pull that music from. So in this case, I will be opening up my music folder, Apple Music, and then Media, and here you can see all my songs. So these are all the ones that are right here. Now you can probably see a discrepancy. There is 3 songs, while in the folder there are 4. Now by default, iTunes should be pulling them from here. Where is it? Trying to figure it out. Where was the button for the settings? Oh, whatever. So in any case, the reason why it's only showing up 3 out of 4 is because I believe it's this one. Yep. If we go into properties, this is a FLAC format. Sorry for that. So FLAC format isn't supported by a media player. A music player that doesn't support music format. Great update there, Apple. You really done it here. So because of that, no matter how many times I try to add this, it won't ever appear because it just doesn't support it and it doesn't show it because of it. So anyway, once you store your music, or once you download your music, have it somewhere stored on your computer, you can then drag it over to here. And when you do that, it will show up. Now, the way I have my my music downloaded, actually before I even go, the music that I have right here, I actually own a physical media of it as a vinyl. So I feel okay kind of showing this semi. So when you download it, depending on where you download it from, for instance, when you download it from here, it downloads metadata. Now metadata will be very important because if we go into one of the tracks, right click on it and go into properties, that metadata is all filled in here. So we have album name, title, artist, album artist, and all that stuff, right? Along with even artwork. So we have it right here. Now this is very nice because on your phone it will show up under artists and specific like other things. If you, for instance, convert things like YouTube music into MP3s, which I'm pretty sure most of us have done at one point, those files do not have metadata. Every info about it, the artist, and the song and all that stuff, is in a title of a file, and when you drop it in here, the title of the file will be just basically the name of the song, but it won't know what the artist, so it's going to assign it to unknown artist and all that stuff. So you want to basically find that track, right click on it, and then manually fill out all these information. So you can fill it up, and you can also add the artwork yourself as well. Now with that out of the way, you have your music prepared, so now we can just close this. Amazing design there. And we're gonna move to our Apple devices. You wanna click on your device. Okay, I guess it just closed for no reason. Maybe it got sick of me crapping on it all over. So let's see. Oh, there we go. So in here, once you have the drop-down menu visible, you wanna go to Music. Check the box right here, sync music onto whatever iPhone. And you have 2 different ways of going about it. You have the entire music library, but depending on how much music you actually have and what the storage of your phone is, this might not be possible to you. And the second option is to sync specific artist albums and genres along with playlists. I also want to add that whenever you pick one of those and select your media, it should by default show a supposed space that it's going to take on your iPhone. So this is your iPhone storage, how much space you have right now. So this is how much it's taken, this is how much it's available. if, for instance, you have an entire library and it's exceeding like 256 gigs of storage, which is, I believe, what this phone has, it would basically fill it all the way with, I don't remember what color, but basically you wouldn't be able to sync it all, obviously. So one thing that I like to do is select the specific artist, albums, and genres and all that stuff, and then choose them in here, what I want to sync. This will mean that if I select specific artists, as an example, like the Sleep Token, amazing band, and I add more tracks from different albums even of theirs in here, and I plug in my phone later on into the future, it's going to sync this missing tracks back to the device without me needing to do anything. Same thing goes technically for the entire library, but again, that will be very limiting if your iPhone doesn't have enough space on it to store all that music. So I'm going to stick with this one. We're going to now click on apply, but before I do, you can see right here, there's nothing here. So let's click apply. This is going to sync the single artist. And there we go. And you can see, because we have all the metadata for our tracks, it automatically just gives us artwork. Well, apart from the last one for some reason. No, why don't you have artwork for that one? Exactly. Apple devices, I would say. Because the track itself, let's see, I'm pretty sure it does have metadata, specifically artwork for it. So let's just check it. So it's this one, properties, right here. Oh, would you look at that, there's artwork. So for some reason, Apple devices decided not to sync it. Great. But anyway, you can see. So there we go. Here's our info. It even synced things like the lyrics here. So that's pretty nice. And right now you can listen to this music that I have uploaded here. No matter where you are, no matter if you have internet connection or if you pay for any garbage subscription, you can always listen to it. It is your media stored physically, and even if, for instance, Apple stops selling some of the music or loses the license to some music, that music won't evaporate from your library. It's your music. They don't have control over that, so that music will just permanently stay here on your computer and on your phone, as long as you don't delete it yourself. So obviously super great. The fact that you don't need to have subscriptions also just saves you money. So highly recommend checking that out if you haven't ever done this. It's much better to have your own music stored locally that corporations don't have control over, and just don't delete from your account because their license ended, which has been very prevalent nowadays. So anyway, hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in front of me I've got iPhone 17. In this video I'll show you how to turn off transparency effect. To disable transparency effect and improve performance of your smartphone, firstly go to settings and find accessibility. Go to display and text size and toggle on reduce transparency. If you find this video helpful, please leave like, comment and subscribe.
Welcome. In this video I will show you what to do in order to improve battery life on iPhone 17. So the first and the easiest way to improve your battery life is enabling the low power mode. To enable low power mode, you have to go to settings, then open battery menu. On the settings list, scroll down to the power mode and switch it on by switching this toggle to the right. But if you don't want to use the low power mode all the time on your smartphone, you can go through different steps. So for example, you can reduce the screen brightness on your device either by swiping down the control center and changing the brightness on your device, reducing the brightness on your device by moving this bar. Just decrease it to the point where you're still comfortable with using your smartphone. And next thing is changing the auto lock value or enabling it. If it's disabled on your phone, to do so, go to display and brightness settings, go to auto lock, and change this value to either 30 seconds or maybe even 1 minute. It's still not that bad. Now, the next thing that you can do is disable always on display. So go to always on display in display and brightness settings and switch the toggle to the left. Also, turn off background app refresh. To turn off the background app refresh, which will reduce the battery consumption by turning off the app refresh in the background, so that your apps won't be updating automatically in the background, so they won't use any battery on your phone. You just have to open general section, then find background app refresh, open this menu, then go right here and change this value to off. And that's how you can reduce your battery consumption by disabling background app refresh. After that, you can also check your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Make sure that you turn them off when you're not using them, and when you're traveling and there is no access to any connection, make sure to enable the airplane mode by swiping down the control center and enabling this, tapping on this icon right here. Also, avoid extreme temperature. Make sure that your iPhone is in a cool, moisture-free environment, which doesn't affect your battery life. And you can use optimized charging too. To enable it, you have to go to back to battery menu and go to charging, and then set the charge limit, or you just use optimized battery charging. To do so, set the charge limit to 100%, and then you can enable optimized battery charging by switching this toggle to the right. And one last tip I want to share with you is that whenever you're not using your iPhone, you should put it on the surface with its display upside down. This way you will also improve your battery life on your iPhone. It's a simple tip, yet it's pretty useful. And that's basically all I wanted to share with you in this video. So thank you so much for watching it. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Good morning, guys. Today we've got here brand new iPhone 17, and let me show you how to hide your IP from trackers on this device. So at first, let's open the settings. Then scroll all the way down and enroll apps. Now locate the app that you are using for browsing, obviously, so just pick your browser app. In my case, it is Safari. And then locate hide IP address. Just mark it, and now select hide IP address from trackers. And that's it. From now, your IP address can be used to determine personal information like your location, but this will protect this information from Safari from trackers, so you'll smoothly hide it. And basically that's it. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm gonna tell you how to check whether your iPhone 17 is original or fake. Okay, so there are gonna be a few things to to see and to mention that are very important in order to establish whether your iPhone is real or fake. But remember, some of these things that I'm gonna mention, maybe they will still look as real. So it's not like all the things that I'm gonna mention are gonna be exactly not working or exactly looking like fake. But some of these things maybe, like for example, I'm gonna mention, I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 8 things. But if, for example, 3 of them are suspicious, then I think that it's already a big sign. And the first thing to check is the fastest and the easiest to check, but sometimes it may look like it's real, even though you check it. It's first going to the phone app, going to keypad, and typing in *#06#. It shows you IMEI number, which is the unique identifier of the device. And now it's important that the IMEI 1 and the IMEI 2 are correct compared to the box. I have the original box here. And when we compare it, if you've bought it new and you know for sure it's the original box, because sometimes you might have gotten it in a different box and it still may be a real iPhone. Who knows? And also sometimes they may actually get the real box, the scammer that may try to sell a fake phone. They may get a fake, the original box, and then copy the IMEI numbers into the device. But let's see. We have the IMEI 1 and it is correct, and the IMEI 2 in my case, which is right here, is also correct. So that's the first thing, and I've verified it. That's great. By the way, this iPhone is for sure real, the one that I have right here, because it's bought from Apple directly. Now, the next thing to see, because maybe still it looked like it's real, the next thing is IMEI website. If we go to IMEI website, which is IMEI.info, then we may want to enter our IMEI number that we had on our phone. So let's go to the settings, then go to general, about, and scroll down and find IMEI, either of the IMEI numbers. You can copy it, then by pressing and holding and clicking on copy, then typing in here. Okay, there was a problem because there are some spaces that produced like 2 last digits, so I'm gonna enter 96 at the end. Okay, now I have the full number. Let's check the IMEI. Okay, and now you can see it says it's the iPhone 17. Hold on a second. Okay, so it shows me it's iPhone 17. That's great. When I scroll down, I can see it's iPhone. Okay, we have everything correct here. So, okay, we've verified it. So we can now move on. That's very important. If it shows you a different phone than you purchased, like for example you purchased iPhone 17, instead it shows you iPhone 15 or stuff like that, then it's something to have in mind. Now the next part is going to settings, and in settings you'll see some differences. So if we go to general and go to about, then make sure that model name is correct, that it is you can see right here, it's the correct model name, and also that if you go to Apple account here, that you can log in. But what I would recommend is creating a different Apple account, because if you're not sure if your phone is real, I wouldn't recommend signing in with a real Apple account because it may be a scam. So what I would recommend is actually going to a website, account.apple.com, going to sign in on the website first. I'm gonna click on X here. Then, okay, I don't have the account, so I'm actually gonna click on the arrow here. Create your Apple account. Let's create it on the official Apple website. You can create just a random account, just a test one, right? Just a test account with your email and the password and the phone number and everything. Then on that test account, try going to settings. And here, if you're not signed in, you'll need to click sign in at the top. I'm already signed in, but you'll need to click on sign in, enter your email and the password, most likely verify with an SMS sent to your phone number. And then if it logs in, then it's most likely real. If it doesn't log in, if it fails to, or if instead of Apple account here at the top, it tries to open Google account, then something's not right. And there's a high chance your phone may be fake. Now, another thing, if you still weren't able to verify whether your iPhone is real, is to test Face ID. Let's go to settings. Let's go to Face ID and passcode. Enter the passcode. And let's verify whether we have Face ID set. So I already have it set. If you don't, then click on Set up Face ID. Just set it up normally by looking at the phone, rotating your face, and then it'll be done. Now, when you have the Face ID set up, you will need to try unlocking, but you will need to cover the camera. And now you can see on the phone, I don't know if it's well visible on the video, but see, the camera is on the right side of this big dynamic island, right? So we'll need to just cover the camera without covering the other part of the dynamic island. To verify whether you've covered the camera, go to Camera app, go to the front camera by rotating. You can see my camera is covered now. But Face ID should still work. And why will it work? Because Face ID on real iPhones bases on 3D scan of your face, not on the camera. So let's try unlocking the iPhone, and you can see it is unlocked even though the camera was covered. And now if I were to cover the whole top part, I am not able to unlock the iPhone and I need to enter the passcode. But covering the camera and leaving the other part of the dynamic island uncovered lets me check the thing. Now the next part is of course visuals. It is worth noting whether at the bottom you don't have like a thicker bezel, because bezels on the phone, on iPhones, they are all equal, whether it's the top bezel, the right bezel, the left bezel, and the bottom bezel. On some fake iPhones, there's a high chance that the bottom bezel may be thicker, visibly thicker. It's not like a micrometer. No, it's just visibly thicker, but not always. Also, it is worth trying to click on the camera control button on the right side, this one, and see if it opens the camera. If it does, then try gently pressing on it, not clicking, just gently pressing, and try adjusting the exposure, for example, just sliding across it to see if it's actually touch capacitive. And now the next part is the box. If the box looks different, then looks different, like it is definitely different, then it's something also suspicious. I'm gonna show you how the box should look inside. You can see this is the foil that was on the screen of the phone. It should have a cutout for the camera. It's all white here. It shouldn't be yellow. Sometimes it's yellow on fake iPhones, but remember, they may have replaced the box with the original box, so it's also worth to have it in mind. Now the cable on iPhone 17 series is braided, so look into that and see if the papers here are also right. If it all feels sturdy, then it's something important. And the box, the top part of the box, should be a little tactile. When you slide across around the cameras, you'll feel a bump, and it's also very important. Now, the last thing to check is App Store. Try going to App Store and see if you can use it normally without, and if it looks like this. Because if it looks different, it looks like Play Store on Android phones, then it may be fake. Because App Store is just different. So let's try going to, for example, some app. Maybe I'll get one like exclusive for iPhones only. Okay, so I went to search here. You can see I'm going to search, and let's try searching for an Apple exclusive app, like for example Bear. You can see we have Bear. If it is available here, try installing it. You may need to either click on like a cloud icon or get icon. Get icon will ask you for the Apple account password or for Face ID. So it's also important. And see if you can open it. Yes, I can open it. It's here and it works. So now I know that the iPhone is real, because none of the things that I had like tested didn't work. Everything worked just fine. So I hope that the video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi, welcome back to our channel HardReset Pro, and today let's discuss if Super Whisper is the best AI note-taking application for your iPhone 17. When it comes to taking notes on the iPhone 17, the question a lot of people ask is, what's the best AI-powered application out there? There are a ton of options, but today I'm going to be reviewing Super Whisper, which personally has quickly become one of my favorite tools for note-taking and productivity. So, Super Whisper works by turning your voice into clean and well-structured text, and instead of typing out long notes, emails, and messages, you just have to talk. And the application handles the transcription with high accuracy and formats it into the style that you need specifically. So for anyone who does school, university, work, or some kind of meetings, etc., this can easily make you 2 or 3 times faster compared to typing. So when you open Super Whisper on your phone, you will find 4 default modes in the bottom left corner of your screen, and those are email, message, note, and voice modes. So let's go through each of them and I'll explain what they do, what they are responsible for. So email mode basically formats your dictation into, polished and professional email with proper greetings and all that kind of structure. Then there is message mode, which converts your speech into quick and casual text message. Then note mode, that captures your ideas and thoughts in a clean and organized note format. And the last one is voice mode, which transcribes your speech, but it keeps every single word exactly as you say for maximum accuracy. And basically this flexibility of the modes makes it feel like you always have the right tool ready for your usage. So let me demonstrate how basically Super Whisper application works. Instead of typing, you just have to speak naturally as if you would talk to your friend. So just for demonstration, I'll dictate a quick email. So I have to switch to email mode and basically start recording by tapping this red recording button. Hello, I'm just checking in about our project timeline. Let's aim to finish the first draft by next Wednesday so that we had some time to review it before the client's meeting. And let me know if that works for you. So let's stop the recording, something like this, just for the example. And as you can see, Super Whisper instantly turned my voice into clean and readable text that is basically ready to send. So you just have to talk and let the application do all the work for you. Okay, so if we go to settings, which are in the top right corner of your screen, and go to modes, here mode section, and go to specifically mode that you want to customize, you can set some custom prompts. So open section with your prompts, and here this is the page. This is the field where you can tell Super Whisper exactly how you want your notes to look. So, for example, you can create a custom prompt for structuring your text into bullet points with clear sections, or another example, a prompt that shortens everything into key points. So, whatever that you want to have in your texts that Super Whisper gives you. And once you set your custom prompt, every time you dictate, Super Whisper will follow that instruction. Yes, so actually you can delete everything, you can erase it just like this and write completely new prompt for your specific mode. Yes, and you can even create new modes from scratch if none of the defaults fit your workflow. So let's go back here and tap this blue button, create new mode. And here in the type section, you have to select custom, then you have to give it a name, and basically, of course, set some prompts to it. Yes, so now let's talk about drawbacks of Super Whisper application. One thing that people often report is that Super Whisper crashes or fails to recognize voice during recordings. So users say that even when the application records correctly, it will show errors like no voice found in the recording, or it simply does not process the file after recording. Yes, another weakness is that feature and capability differences between Mac OS and the iOS versions of Super Whisper application. So the thing is that the Mac version tends to have more advanced options, like certain speech-to-text model choices, while the iPhone version of Super Whisper lacks some of those features, and that's actually pretty frustrating. So if you switch devices often, you might notice something is missing or feels less powerful on your iPhone. Also, customization and many of the premium features are locked behind the Pro subscription. So if you're using the free version of Super Whisper, then you will hit some daily limits, fewer models, no file transcription in many cases, and fewer formatting and custom prompt options. So overall, in conclusion, I would say that Super Whisper is a very powerful tool that can definitely make note-taking and dictation way faster on your iPhone. But of course, it's not perfect because you might run into occasional glitches, less accuracy in noisy settings, or complex language. And some of the best features that Super Whisper can provide you are locked behind the Pro subscription. And additionally, to subscribe to Pro version, you have to go to your settings in the top right and find a section that says Super Whisper. And here you will see different plans that you can subscribe to. So watch out those and select the best that is the best suitable for you. And if you're okay with those drawbacks, it's pretty one of the strongest AI note-taking applications out there on the market. So you just don't have to expect this application to be flawless in every single situation. So yeah, that's basically it. I really hope that this review helps you. And if so, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.
Hello, in front of me I have iPhone 17, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Apple Intelligence. Alright, first of course we need to turn it on. We need to open up the settings. Now scroll down a little until you find Apple Intelligence and Siri. Simply click on that and make sure that it's enabled. Also, if you are enabling it for the first time, all of the features will have to download. You will see a notification when you turn it on for the first time that the whole background needs to be downloaded, and it's going to take a little bit. You also need to be connected to some kind of a network. Unfortunately, we don't have any bar that show us the percentage of the downloading process, so we just need to keep waiting until this notification disappears. Then it will mean that everything has been installed. Alright, let's begin with the Siri requests first. In here you can select the language from this list. That's the list of supported languages. In my case, I will stick to the English. Next thing is the talk and type to Siri function. Currently, in my case, it's set on off, but we can enable the Siri or Hey Siri and Hey Siri to launch it remotely. Below, we can use the press side button for Siri. Then we will only have to hold the power button, then the Siri will launch, and we also have the type to Siri function. Let me show you all of those methods. For example, let's select to Hey Siri, and you can already see that the Siri has launched. We have those colors on the edge of the device, and it means that currently, right now, Siri is detecting my language. Now when I will stop talking, basically the Siri won't do anything because I didn't give her any task or any question, so I'll simply slide to the outside to stop the Siri, and now I'll show the press side. Okay, and now Siri is registering my voice. And now when it comes to type to Siri, we need to double tap right in here in this area, and now we can start typing to Siri. Alright, when it comes to the Siri itself, we can ask her basically about anything. Also, she works in that way that she can even do some things for us. We can give her some tasks, so we don't need to do some things manually. The Siri will do the thing for us. So, for example, we can remotely set an alarm. We don't need to do this manually, so let's launch the Siri and I'll show you how to do it. Hey Siri, set an alarm at 2 AM. Okay, and now name it Do the Groceries. Name it Do the Groceries. Thank you, Siri. Okay, I know that's a weird hour for groceries, but I just wanted to show you what you can do with it. Just to make sure, let's click on the clock. Now let's go into the alarms, and as you take a look, our alarm has been successfully set remotely, so everything went just fine. Also, the Siri now, in comparison with the previous versions, works really fast. You can remember that when we were launching a Siri, on the bottom right in here we had this circle, and it took a little bit longer for Siri to recognize our speech and give us the answer. Now in this version, Siri works almost immediately. We have really quick answers. Of course, that's not the only thing that we can do with the Siri. For example, in my case, I have the widget about the weather, but let's say we are planning a trip and we want to know what is the weather, for example, I don't know, in Vienna. We are planning a trip to Vienna and we want to know what's the weather. So let's ask Siri about it. Hey Siri, What's the weather in Vienna right now? Okay, and we have our answer, 53 degrees. It's in the Fahrenheit, so that's not in Celsius. It's not that high, but I should take a look. We have our answer thanks to the Siri. Of course, I highly recommend trying the Siri on your own. You can try to ask her about anything. Let me only change this screen lock because it's pretty annoying. Okay. So simply, I highly recommend playing with Siri for a little bit to see what she can do. When we go back into the settings, into Apple Intelligence, right in here, we can also change the voice and the variations from this list. As we go back, we can also select the Siri responses. We have the spoken responses. Siri will always speak responses in certain circumstances, like when you appear to be driving or are using headphones with the screen off. We can select between one of those three modes, and below we have always show request, show a transcription of your speech on the screen. If you want, you can enable that feature. That's up to you. Alright, another cool thing is call hang up with the Siri. When we are doing a call and when this feature is turned on, we'll be able to say, "Hey Siri, hang up" when we are in the call, and then the Siri will simply automatically end the call. Pretty cool thing. When I will say this sentence, the Siri should say that we are not actually in a call, so she cannot do anything. Let me try. "Hey Siri, hang up." And you can see that there's nobody calling right now, so the Siri also know that we are not in a call. Alright. When it comes to unannounced calls, you can select the always headphones and call all headphones only, or select the never. Another cool thing is the ChatGPT. It's under the extensions. We can click on that, but first we need to set it up. So basically, the ChatGPT is an AI bot that we can chat with. It's even integrated with Siri, and he works in a similar way. It's best for example, gaining knowledge from the internet. We can ask the ChatGPT about anything, and he will give us the answer that we are looking for. But first, of course, we need to set it up. So we need to click on Next. We need to click on Enable. We also can log into our account. Let me do it. I'll quickly sign in. Okay, I have just signed in. You can read down below that if you are signed in, ChatGPT can keep a record of your requests, so we will be able to simply see our history of the chats with our chat. Also, ChatGPT is completely for free. You don't need to pay for anything unless you want to make an upgrade into Plus version. To do it, below we can see upgrade to ChatGPT Plus. We can click on that, and in here we will have to pay a monthly for our sub to use the Plus version. In here you can see the price. It's not in dollars in my case, it's in the because currently I'm in Poland and it shows the price in Polish zloty. So when it comes to dollars, it will be like $25, I think, something like that. Also, the ChatGPT is an app that we can download to use it separately. We can click on the download button right in here, and as you can see, it's downloading. Let's wait a little bit until it downloads. Okay, now we can open it. And in here we can start our conversation with it. Of course, we can also use the voice comments. We don't need to type in manually. If you click on the microphone button, you'll be able to use voice comments. On the home screen, we have our ChatGPT. Okay, now let's use our Apple Intelligence and let's begin with clicking the side button to launch our Visual Intelligence in camera. Sometimes it takes a few tries and sometimes the wrong camera launches. We don't want that, so it might take a few tries. Sometimes it's really annoying. I don't want to use this camera, but alright, finally. When you have this menu, that's the thing that we wanted to launch. In here currently we have the ask function and the search function. But before that, let's simply place our camera on some object. Maybe let's use this fake plant that I have in here right with me. So I will point the camera. Now I will click the shutter button. It's going to scan for the object. Now click right in here, and in here, as you take a look, we have our suggestions that AI gave us what this object might be, and we have three things. It might be the aloe vera, the pineapple, or the aloe. Below we can see that all links are from the Wikipedia. Let's select the first one, for example. In here, if you click on more, you can read some information about it. Below we can see the images, and below we have the link. If you click on that, the Wikipedia page will launch, and we can see the whole article about this aloe vera, so we can study it. That's how this mode works. Now let's try with maybe other object. Next to me I have my Stream Deck, so now let's use the ask function. Let's click on that. Okay. Tapping ask icon launches ChatGPT. Let's click on continue. Okay. And now we can ask the ChatGPT about this object. Already we can see our answer, what it is. So it's the Elgato Stream Deck, which is a customizable control pad often used for streaming, recording, and productivity tasks. Let's ask another question about it. Maybe how much does it cost? Alright, let's wait for our answer. Now I have just typed what I want to know. How much is it? Okay, and now as you take a look, we have prices. Of the Stream Deck, simply. If you click on that icon, you can copy this text. So that's how the ask function works. Simply the ChatGPT gets launched, and he gives us all information that we want to know about the object in the camera. Now let's go with the search function. Again, let me point that on my Stream Deck. It works in that way that it's going to look for similar objects in the internet. Simply we can see results from Google. We have similar photos. Below we can see the whole links. For example, this one is from the YouTube. It's the unboxing of it. In here we have the Reddit. In here we have the I think the original Elgato page, and many more. So this mode works in the best way that, for example, we see some object for the first time in our life and we want to know some information about it. So then simply launch the Apple Intelligence, place the object in the frame, and then use one of the functions that are provided by the Apple Intelligence, and I'm sure that you will get the information that you want to know. that was of course with this aloe vera, for example. The AI told us exactly what it might be, the object on the screen, when I was placing it, of course. Alright, now let me show you the translate function, for example. To do it, I will launch some text in the internet in a foreign language. It needs to be other than the English. So maybe I will launch some article or something like that. Let me only find something. Okay. In here I have found an article in the Wikipedia page about Hamilton, the F1 driver. No, that's not the Hamilton that is driving, but let's use anyway. Let's use the translate for this article. So now I need to take a photo of the text on the page. Okay. It looks just like that. I have taken a photo. If you click right in here, you will open up the Wikipedia page, because the AI recognized that the link is from the Wikipedia. And below we have the translate function. Click on continue. And you can see that everything has been translated into English, the whole text. If you will tap on that, you can copy it, even use the read aloud function. If you click right in here,
completed his studies with honors in 1963 at Yale University, where Hamilton mentions ancient Greek and philosophy as the most interesting classes in his studies. In 1966, he received his doctorate from Princeton University.
So we have the read aloud function. We can copy our whole translation. And now when you go, for example, into notes and then hold and click on paste, this whole text will be pasted in your notes. If you will go back, you can also manually select the text from this photo. Simply use your finger, hold on the screen for a little bit, and now we can see that we can select the text, let's say only this part, then release. We can copy it, we can select all text on this photo. We have the Apple Intelligence feature also right in here. We have the translate function. Let me show you the writing tools that are also working in the notes. I will show you that later. And in here, for example, when we have this text, we can find the most key points. Then, but it only works with the supported language. It doesn't want to work right now because the text is in the Polish. So I will show you how that works in the notes that I was talking before. Let's open up the notes, click on continue. Let's create a new note. Let's click our Apple Intelligence button, but I cannot find it. Weird thing. Okay. Just like that. And now we can describe our change. Currently, of course, we don't have anything, but we don't need to type anything. Let's say that we want to generate an example of, I don't know, let's say the writes article about history of a car. Let's do it that way. Now click on use ChatGPT, and now it will generate the whole history of a car. Really cool thing. To save it, below we also have these suggestions by the ChatGPT. What we can do with this whole text. We can click on this icon to save. Now let me show you other things. If you click right in here, we have again the writing tools. And when it comes to this text, we can rewrite it, we can concise it, make it more professional, make it more friendly, use the summary function, the key points, list, or we can also create a table. For example, from this text, let's make it more professional. Now the AI will do its job, it's scanning the text, and it's making the changes. Alright, if you click on the original, you'll be able to see the original text, or you can also use the rewrite function next to it. Alright, now to save it, click right in here, and that's how you can use the writing tools. Of course, that's not all functions that we have, but in here I have shown you where you can find all of them, and I highly recommend trying all of them on your own. Now we will go into the Playground app, and I'll show you what cool things that we can do in there. Okay, the Playground app is right in here, and thanks to that, we can generate some photos thanks to it. In here, click on Continue. Now, describe an image or add a suggestion from the list. To describe an image, simply click right in here and type anything that you want. Above, we can see the styles. We have the animation, illustration, sketch, Genmoji, or the ChatGPT. Let's stick to the animation for now. And now let's do something with this list. So let's, for example, let's select, I don't know, summer. Next thing is happy robot. Okay. And now we need to choose a person to include in this image. Click on choose person. We can click on appearance and then select between one of those modes. So for example, let's click right in here and right in here. Then click on this button, and now our photo should be generated. Alright. As you take a look, our photo has been successfully generated. Of course, you can also use your own picture. To do it, simply click on choose photo, and then you'll be able to create a new image. In here, as you can see, we have a lot of things in that list that we can edit. So maybe from this photo, let's delete the robot. Alright, and now we have the new photo that has been generated. Works really, really cool. And I highly recommend trying it on your own. Maybe also in this video, let's change the style, for example, into the sketch. Alright. And now the style has been changed. To save it, simply click on save. Alright, then click the plus button. In here you can share with this photo. If you click on those three dots, you can duplicate it, copy it, add a caption. If you click the trash icon, you will simply be able to delete it. In here you can also save it. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to check and improve battery health on iPhone 17. So first, go into Settings and then Battery. Scroll down to Battery Health, and here you can check the battery health. As you can see, it is normal for me. The maximum capacity is 100%. So, to improve the battery health, go into the charging mode, and if you need to enable it to 100%, then remember to enable the optimized battery charging. But I will recommend to change this value to 90%, 95 or even 90 to charge just to 90%, don't charge to 100. Then go to power mode and enable adaptive power and low power mode. Go back, and here. Once again, open the quick settings. Oops. I just disabled the brightness. Lower the brightness. Go in here and disable everything that you're not currently using. So I don't use Bluetooth. If you're not using the Wi-Fi, personal hotspot, VPN, or mobile data, just disable it. And if you're not using your phone, enable the airplane mode. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hello, in this video I'm gonna tell you whether you should and how to enable optimized battery charging on your iPhone 17. At first I'll give you a short answer, then I'll elaborate, but if you want just a quick answer, then in most cases, yes, in most cases optimized battery charging will improve your battery longevity, and if you want to enable it, you should go to settings, and then go to battery, and now scroll down until you find charging, go into that, and make sure that optimized battery charging is enabled. Now I'll try elaborating on that so you actually understand what optimized battery charging does and when should you not enable it. So optimized battery charging learns your charging habits and based on that adjusts the charging patterns. Then charging patterns, what I mean by that is your phone may actually learn on what times you plug it in and will start, for example, charging to 80%, then pause charging and resume about an hour before you're expected to unplug it, or even less, depends on those habits that you have. And when you unplug it, it's at 100%, but still, like, your phone didn't overcharge, and overcharging isn't really a thing that may happen. It will never go to 101%, right? But what it means is the phone doesn't stay at 100% the whole night, because your battery cells don't really like being either at 0% or at 100%. The safest range is between 20 and 80%. So keeping your phone at 80 for as long as it can get without really limiting your battery capacity, because you can still charge to up to 100, it's, I think, really great. Now, I think you should enable it in most cases because it just helps you preserve that battery longevity. But in cases where when you have like a very irregular sleep patterns, then maybe your phone will have a hard time learning your habits. Of course, if you're plugging it in at night, or if you just have irregular charging times, right? Or for example, if you have a situation when you plug your phone in and you go to sleep, for example, and typically you would wake up at 6, let's say, but sometimes there is a moment that you would, instead of waking up at 6, you would wake up at 4 because of whatever. Then, you know, you'll probably see your phone at 80%, and don't worry, it's not like you can't stop it. You can't resume the charging manually, because when you plug your phone in and the optimized battery charging is effective when you plug it in. So if it's in the times that it has learned, then, and you know, sometimes when you plug it in a different time than typically, or in a time that your phone knows you're gonna unplug it soon, then it's just gonna charge normally. But in times like at night, right, when optimized battery charging starts to be effective, you'll see a notification. So when you slide down from the top of your screen, you'll see a notification that optimized battery charging is enabled and that it'll, for example, finish charging at 5 a.m. And you can click on that notification to actually select it to like disable the optimized battery charging just for once, you know, so it just cancels it and just charges up to 100. But sometimes you may just not notice it, or maybe that happens too often that you need to unplug it before it charges up to 100. Then you may actually want to disable that feature, but I think it's worth testing out on your own. Whether it works for you, great. If not, then you can just disable it, and still, like, your battery won't be that bad, but I'd still recommend trying it. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi, welcome back to our channel HardReset Pro, and today I'm going to show you how to write up to 3 times faster on your iPhone 17 using Super Whisper application. If you're tired of typing long emails, notes, or summaries, then this trick is going to save you so much time. So let's go to Super Whisper application, and the first thing that I would like to dive into is to look at those 4 default modes that you have on your Super Whisper application. So the first mode is email mode, which basically formats your dictation into polished, like a professional kind of email with proper greetings and structure. The second mode is message mode, which converts your speech into quick and casual text message that is basically ready to send. The third mode is note mode, which captures your ideas or thoughts in a clean and organized note format. And the last mode is voice mode, that transcribes your speech, and it keeps every single word that you say exactly as you say, for maximum accuracy. So now let me switch to email mode, for example, and I'm going to show you now how this basically works. So instead of typing, you just have to speak naturally as if you would talk to your friend. So to start the recording, you just have to tap this red button and it will start. So I will dictate a quick email, for example. Hello, just checking in about our project timeline. Let's aim to finish the first draft by next Wednesday so that we had some time to review before the client meeting, and let me know if that works for you. To end the recording, you just have to tap this red button again. Let's wait a little bit. And as you can see, Super Whisper instantly turns my voice into clean and readable text that is basically ready to send. You can also use custom prompts. You can customize them to format your text automatically. So let's go to settings in the top right corner of my screen and go to specific mode that you want to customize. Let's go to specifically email, and here is the prompt section. So tap here, and this is the prompt that is set by default. So it is from the very beginning like this. So you can edit it right here in this section. You can write your own prompt, or you can look to internet. You can browse internet to look for some other people how they write their prompt. And basically the best part about all the Super Whisper application is that you can work with pre-recorded audio, like a lecture or some kind of meeting or YouTube video. Basically, Super Whisper can transcribe it too. You just have to play the audio near your iPhone, and Super Whisper will capture it in real time, and it will turn it into editable text. So you're not only faster at writing, and you're also faster at getting notes from your recordings. But the main drawback is that you have to pay for this. You have to subscribe to Super Whisper Pro version to basically transcribe your recordings. And finally, when you're done, you can copy your text straight into some other application. You just have to tap the send button in the bottom right corner of your screen. You can directly copy your message, or you can use those suggestions. So a couple of iOS applications that are available. But you can just copy your message and go to a specific platform that you want to use to send your message to someone, and paste it, and finally send your text to someone. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how you can write 3 times faster without touching your keyboard. I really hope that you find this video helpful, and please like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this.
In this video, I'm gonna talk about the dynamic island on iPhone 17 and how to use it, what it gives you, and everything about it. So let's begin. The dynamic island is this big punch hole at the top of your screen. And first, let's talk about why it's so big, because on other phones, on Android phones, it's not that big. But here, it actually isn't only the camera, but it's also a 3D sensor for your face unlocking, for your Face ID. And of course, Android phones still support face unlocking, but they only based on the camera. But here, it's a 3D scan, which means your phone cannot be unlocked with a photo of you, only with your face. So that's great. And of course, it makes the punch hole bigger, but they've actually invented some live activities that you can put on your dynamic island and use them. So let's talk about them. Live activities are by default enabled on your iPhone, and you'll see how it works. Let's see the first, most basic one, which is gonna be clock. If I go to clock, then I can, for example, go to timer, set a timer for 15 minutes, and now you can see it appears on my dynamic island. What I can do now is not only see how many minutes I have left, but also click on it to view the app, or instead of clicking, I could press and hold to see the whole timer. Now, the next thing that I can do is not only that I can press and hold, see the whole timer, and manage it by stopping it or pausing it. I can also actually slide to the left to close it, so I don't have that live activity anymore. Or if I want to bring the live activity back, I can slide to the right to bring it back. And also, if you have more than one, if you have 2 live activities at the moment, they both will be displayed. One of them is going to be within the dynamic island, and another one is going to be a dot next to the dynamic island, and you can use both of them. For example, listening to music and having a timer at the same time. But what more you can do is, I'm gonna finish my timer, is you can, for example, start recording your screen. To record your screen, slide down from the right top part of the screen, then find this button. If you don't have it, click on plus at the top, then add a control at the bottom, find screen recording. Now, when I start recording my screen, you can see it's gonna show up at the top. So now I know that I'm recording, and I can click on it. Here, I don't need to press and hold, because you can see it's there's no app for screen recording. It is just screen recording, and that's it. When I click on it, it pauses recording, and when I do whatever on the screen, it resumes recording. When I click on it again, and when I finish here, it's saved to photos. So that is also great. What else do we have here is all the other different apps that we can use. Let's try using maps. I've never really used maps with the dynamic island, so I'm not really sure if it's gonna work, but let's check it out. Let's just try it. Let's see, directions from my location. Okay, I most likely can't really make directions overseas, but let's try making some directions maybe here. Let's hold on a second. Okay, let's just type in the directions. And now let's do the directions, right? Let's start a route. Like for example, let's do the first one. And now you can see it is still there at the top. I can click on it to return. Let's see if I can press and hold.
Route to Widget. You can ask Siri to report any crashes or hazards you see along the way.
Yeah, and as you can see, it tells you to start somewhere. You can still
northeast on Henrika Simaradskigo.
Yeah, and you can just continue the whole route until you finish, and it'll just give you a notification here at the top when you need to make a turn, and at the same time you can have something else open on your screen, so that's great. I'm gonna end that road, and let's see something else. I remember I had something else. Oh yeah, that's a great feature for your flashlight. When you turn your flashlight on, then it displays on the dynamic island, and what you can do is click on it and change the strength of your flashlight. And if you want to turn the flashlight off, just slide it all the way down and it's now off. So now let's move on to another thing, which is a call, and this is a really great feature. But before we do that, let's talk about things that I can't show you but are possible. Listening to music also will be shown here at the top. Recording sound, which I actually can show you, is in voice memos. When I start recording, you can see I'm in here. It's recording everything and doing stuff. But I can close the app and it's still recording, showing me the time I've been recording for and the lines of the volume, right? I can close it, I can pause it or whatever, and this is how it works. I could also manage it from the dynamic island by pressing and holding on it. You can see everything here. Now let's get to the flight tickets or train tickets. If an app you've bought your tickets in supports it, or if you have them added to your Apple Wallet, then they will show up right here, so you can easily click on it to view the ticket without needing to go into the app and search for the ticket. You can just click on it when it's time, when you're on that train or airplane. Now we're gonna get to the call. I'm just gonna quickly insert a SIM card. Okay, now I've inserted a SIM card and I'm gonna make a call, so you can see how it looks making a call, because that's actually pretty interesting and pretty useful. I just need to find myself in contacts. Okay, let's go through it. Yeah, and as you can see, it shows on the dynamic island. When I answer it, it shows like that, which is, I think, really great. Now it shows like that, and there are gonna be orange lines and green lines. The green lines are for the other person, and the orange lines are for you. So yeah, this is basically how it works. When you click on it, you can just return to call screen, or you can press and hold on it to see some quick controls. Now I'm gonna end the call, or no, maybe let's stay on the call, because that's gonna be quite useful. I just want to show you one last thing, which is 2 live activities at once. Also, some third-party apps may support it. You'll probably find out yourself. But yeah, let's try starting a timer now. Now you can see I have 2 live activities. And I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello, in front of me I have iPhone Air and iPhone 17, and in this video we're going to perform a benchmark test on those devices. Alright, so for this test I'm about to use the Geekbench 6 app, the Antutu benchmark also, and as a last benchmark we are going to use the one from the browser. It's called the Octane. Alright, so let's begin maybe with the Geekbench 6 app. Now as you take a look, you can see some information about the CPU and the memory. For example, we can see that the Air has 12 gigabytes and the 17 has only 8. So first let's perform a CPU benchmark. Let's click on that and let's click on Run CPU benchmark on both devices. It's going to take a little bit, so I'll see you once we have our results. Alright, as you take a look, we have the first results when it comes to the CPU benchmark, and the results are really similar to each other. When it comes to the single core score, we have difference on the level of 28 points, as you take a look, so it's such small difference that we can say that it's not even there. Same thing with the multi-core score. Difference in here in the level of let me quickly count, 30 points is not even a difference. If there would be a difference like, I don't know, 400 points, 500 points, that's the thing that we could call the answer, but when it comes to that, it's not even a difference. We should also consider that the iPhone 17 has lower RAM than iPhone Air. But let's scroll down a little to see some system information. You can take a look and see for yourself. Alright, let's scroll down again a little bit. Now, when we take a look in here, we have other values such as integer score and floating point score. You can take a look on those levels. 3609 on Air, on 17 3577. Again, those results are so similar to each other that I can say that they're not even there because there are so small differences. Alright, below we can see some other information. I'll scroll down and leave for a second so you can take a look on both devices. You can pause the video and read. Same thing in here, just like that. Now we have the multi-core performance, and again integer score and the floating point score. On the Air it's 8487, on 17 8629. So when it comes to the multi-core, we can see that in this case iPhone 17 is a little bit better when it comes to that for the integer score, but when it comes to the floating point score, this time it's a little bit worse than on the Air. But again, such small differences that they're not even there, I can say in that way. Really similar. Okay, another informations you can take a look. Alright, let me in here also scroll down a little so you can take a look. Alright, that was the CPU benchmark. Now let's run the GPU benchmark on our both devices. So let's launch the test, and again I'll see you in a while until we have our results. Okay, we have the results, and again they are really close to each other. For me, those devices, when it comes to the benchmarks, are practically almost the same. In here, the level of 1000 is not even a difference. Alright, I can scroll down again so you can see some informations. I have shown the CPU though. In here we have the metal performance. Alright. So we can take a look. That was the first benchmark. Now let's run the Antutu benchmark. Let's start the test. It's going to take a little bit, just like I was saying before. So I'll see you once we have the results. Alright, we have our results, and as you take a look, on the Antutu benchmark we have different results than on the Geekbench. Let's begin with the CPU. Also above we have the overall score. You can take a look and see the difference. Now let's click on the CPU. We have that difference on the level of the points. Below we can see some other values, so we can take a look. Now let's go into the GPU. Again, take a look. Alright, next thing is the memory. In this case, the iPhone Air is better because it's have 12 gigabytes, while 17 has only 8. And the last thing, UX, is pretty similar to each other. Alright, that are the results on the Antutu. And now let's run the last benchmark, just like I was saying, the Octane. I just need to launch it on the 17 also. The page needs to load. Alright, and again let's start the benchmark, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, and now we have our results, and in here also the results are really similar to each other, only 1000 points into the advantage on the Air this time. Again, I will scroll down so we can take a look on those values. Okay. Take a look into everything. And that are the final results. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hello, in front of me I've got iPhone 17. In this video I'll show you how to enable and use eye tracking. To activate eye tracking function, first let's go to settings, and next let's go to accessibility. Enter eye tracking and switch this button on. Here's the eye tracking camera that you have to scan your eye movement with. Right now, we have to follow the dot with our eyes to calibrate eye tracking function. Once eye tracking is calibrated, as you can see on the screen, we've got the dot that follows our eyes. To disable this function, simply switch this button off. If you find this video helpful, please leave like, comment and subscribe.
Hello, in front of me I have iPhone Air and iPhone 17, and in this video we're going to perform a speed test between those devices. Alright, so let me only unlock my iPhone Air. And we are going to see if there are some differences when it comes to the time of opening the apps. So first, let me only check, do I have everything closed from the background? Yeah. Let's launch the settings first. Let's click on them at the same time. Alright, maybe in this case the iPhone Air was like 0.1 seconds faster, but this difference was so small that it's even barely noticeable. Let's click on again. And in this time for me, it was practically the same. Next app, maybe the wallet. Let's launch it. Again, when it comes to that, practically the same. Let's launch once again to see would there be some difference. And again for me, no difference when it comes to that. Alright, next app. Maybe let's go with the camera this time. Let's launch it up. Alright, and once again, for me, no differences. Let's do it once again. Okay. Now, maybe the photos. Okay. Once again. I don't know, for me, there's no difference when it comes to the speed of opening the apps on both devices. Everything launches with the same speed. Next step, maybe the calendar. Again, I think that we'll have the same results on both devices. Now, maybe the notes. Again, no difference. Let's do it once again. Maybe, there are so small differences, just like I was saying before, 0.1, 0.2 seconds, but those differences, if there are any, they are so small that it's impossible to notice during day-to-day use. Next step, maybe the messages. Once again, no difference. Another app, maybe the Safari. Okay, in here I was performing a benchmark, so this page launched. Maybe let's return into the main page of the Google and let's perform it again. Let me only close for now all of those apps in the background. Alright, again, let's click on the Safari. Boom. And again, no differences when it comes to that. Another app. Maybe the App Store, but I think that all of you already know that we have no differences when it comes to the speed. Alright. Also when it comes to scrolling left or right, it feels the same smoothness level. Both devices support a high refresh rate. On both devices I have set it. You might not see it on the camera because I think my camera is locked on 50 FPS or only the 60, but just to show you that I'm not lying, I'll open up the settings. Now I'll go into the accessibility on both devices. I'll click on the motion and now you can see that the limit frame rate is currently turned off. That means that we have up to 120 Hz screen refresh rate. Alright, next app, maybe the phone. Let's click on that. Alright, again, no differences, just like I was saying before. Now I will launch the apps that I have downloaded from the App Store. It's the Geekbench 6 and the Antutu benchmark, because I was doing a benchmark test before. And that are the apps that I have downloaded manually from the App Store. They are not system apps. So let's launch both of them to see if there will be some differences. First the Geekbench, boom. It was practically the same. perfect sync. Now the Antutu, maybe on the Air it was a little bit faster, but I think that I have clicked a little bit earlier than on the 17, so let's perform that again. Boom. Just like I was saying, you can see it through this whole video that we don't have major differences. If there would be some differences on the level, I don't know, of a half second or 1 second, that would be a difference. That's the thing that we can call a difference. But you can see that those small differences, I think that I can even say that you are not able to show me those differences, because if there are some, they are so small that it's almost impossible to notice them. And during day-to-day use, we don't have differences. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hi, welcome back to our channel HardReset Pro, and today I want to share with you the top 5 AI voice-to-text applications for your iPhone 17. So let's compare 4 different applications. Those are Voice Inc, Aqua Voice, Whisper Flow and Willow Voice. Those are the 4 platforms that seem to be the best on the market right now beyond Super Whisper. So I'll tell you what each application does the best and where it struggles. So let's start with the first one, and that is Voice Inc. Voice Inc is basically all about privacy because it works mostly offline, so your voice and audio will stay on your device. You can transcribe pre-recorded audio files like meetings, lectures, or YouTube videos, as well as live dictation, of course. It's fast and reliable application, and it does a great job with the context for more accurate transcription. And the main limitation is that it doesn't have as many advanced formatting or integration features as some other applications. Next, let's talk about Aqua Voice application, and it's super fast and it shows text as you speak. So it is displayed instantly on your screen. It works both on Mac and Windows devices, so you can switch devices easily. It also tries to understand your context, which as well helps with accuracy. But because it uses the cloud, your voice is sent online, which might bother some people. The next platform that I would like to talk about is Whisper Flow, this application, this platform works everywhere. It's iOS devices, Mac devices and Windows, and it integrates with different range of applications. So it's email, Gmail, Slack, and some others. Basically, Whisper Flow is smart because it formats your text nicely, it keeps tone in mind, and it can help you edit as you go. But the trade-off here that it relies on cloud processing, so long recordings can lag a little bit. Next, let's talk about Willow Voice, and it's basically simple and accurate application. It's easy to set up and it gives you clean transcripts with minimal effort. And the catch is that it works the best on Mac devices, and unfortunately some iPhone features are limited. And finally, let's talk about Super Whisper. It's accurate platform, it's flexible, and it supports multiple languages. You can choose cloud or local models right here. You can customize your prompts, and you can control transcription style. So basically, if I were to conclude everything that I have just said earlier, I would say that if you want something that works out of the box, I would recommend you to use Aqua Voice or Whisper Flow. But if you want more customization option, better privacy, and better value for your money, then Voice Ink is the best Super Whisper alternative. Actually, it has one-time purchase of $25, and this is an incredible value for your money. So that's basically the comparison. I really hope that it helps you, and if so, please like it, please like this video, and subscribe to our channel to see more content just like this.